They erase the files. They burn the evidence. They told the world the nightmare was over. But when power survives, it comes back meaner. The screen stays black. Sirens echo far away, not loud, but tired like a city that never healed. A broken news audio fades in and out, talking about arrest, shutdowns, and the end of a criminal empire. Text flashes on screen. 1 year later, static cuts through the sound. We see empty streets at night, wet roads reflecting red and blue lights that are already gone. A slow voice speaks, calm and cold. They said the game was finished. The music starts low, like a heartbeat. Quick shots appear, locked doors, sealed folders, computers wiped clean. A hand drops a phone into water. It sinks. Silence hits for half a second. Then the voice returns, but games like this don't end. Headlines flash without faces, case closed. No survivors, system reset. Each one glitches, cracks, fades. We see a warehouse burned down, smoke still rising. Cash scattered on the floor, soaked and useless. A calendar page flips. Another flips. Time passes, but the damage stays. The sound of breathing slow, controlled. Text appears, power never dies. The voice lowers, it waits. The music grows heavier. A security camera turns by itself. A red light blinks on. Somewhere, someone is watching. The final line of the section lands quietly but sharp. And this time, it learned from its mistakes. The screen cuts to black again, leaving only the sound of a single pulse beating in the dark. The silence breaks with a sharp digital tone. A screen lights up in the dark, numbers scrolling fast to read. The music picks up pace, steady, intense. A voice returns, calm but warning. When one game ends, another begins. We see hands typing on a keyboard, gloves on, careful, clean. Maps flash on screen, cities marked with red dots. One dot turns into many. Phones vibrate on empty tables. Messages appear, then vanish. Unknown sender. Unknown rules. The voice continues. This time, the board is bigger. Quick cuts follow, money changing hands in the shadows. Security gates opening. Cameras going dark one by one. A hard drive spins, then stops. A clock ticks louder now. Text slams onto the screen. New players. We never see faces, only movement. Someone loads a weapon. Someone else deletes a name from a list. A deal is made with a silent handshake, then broken just as fast. The music drops for a moment. A quiet line cuts through. Everyone wants control. The pace explodes again. Cars speed through tunnels. Doors are slammed shut. A screen flashes access granted. Another flashes access denied. The voice grows sharper, but control has a price. A figure pauses, hand shaking slightly before pressing a button. Something big is about to happen. Alarms begin to ring. Red lights flood the screen. Text appears, slow and clear. Nitrogen monoxide, more safe moves. The section ends on a final warning whispered into the dark. If you're playing now, you're already dirty. The music cuts out without warning. One deep breath is heard. Then chaos starts to leak in slowly. A hand grips another hand for a moment, trust, then lets go. The sound of a message sending echoes loud in the silence. A phone screen lights up with one word, done. The voice returns, quieter now, heavier. Every deal has a cost. The beat comes back, faster, rougher. We see doors closing from the inside. A lock turns. Somewhere else, a lock breaks. Papers scatter across a floor, names and numbers sliding out of frame. A glass table shatters. No screams, just impact. Text flashes, someone talked. The cuts grow sharper. A car speeds through an empty street, barely missing another one coming the wrong way. A drop of blood falls onto concrete, spreading slowly. The voice hardens, loyalty doesn't survive pressure. We see a burner phone snapped in half. A hard drive crushed under a boot. Someone hesitates before pulling a trigger, then the screen cuts away before we see the result. Music rises to its loudest point. Alarms, sirens, shouting layered together but never clear. Text slams on screen. Trust is a weakness. The pace slows suddenly. A single room. A single chair. Empty. The voice delivers the final line of the section. Cold and final. In this game, the first mistake is believing anyone. The sound drops to silence as the screen fades to black. The silence stretches longer this time. Wind moves through an empty street, trash sliding across the ground. The music returns slowly, deep and heavy, like something rising from below. A phone rings on the ground. No one answers. The voice comes back, almost a whisper now. You can't stop what you can't see. We see fire burning inside a metal barrel. Documents curl and turn to ash. A security camera hangs loose, sparks falling as it dies. Somewhere far away, a city skyline flickers, then loses power. Darkness spreads block by block. Text fades in, Nitrogen monoxide witnesses. A slow montage follows evidence disappearing, files erased. Doors left open behind people who won't return. A final message types itself on a screen. Game still on. The music cuts again. One heartbeat, then another. The voice delivers its last warning, calm and deadly. There are no rules left. The title crashes onto the screen in bold letters, Play Dirty 2. The bass hits hard. Flames flash behind the words, then fade. A final line appears beneath the title, Prime Video's most dangerous sequel. The screen goes black. One last text appears, alone and cold. 2026. No music. No sound. Just darkness, leaving the danger behind it, waiting just when it feels finished. The darkness shifts. A faint sound creeps in, someone breathing close. Controlled, patient. A screen flickers back on. A single message types itself slowly, letter by letter. You thought IT was over. The music is almost silent now, just a low hum under everything. We see quick flashes, sharper than before, cash being counted again, a weapon placed back on a table. A map unfolding for a second time. The voice returns, steady and sure, endings are for people who quit. A timer appears on screen, counting down from 10. With each number, a new image hits, files reopening, lights turning back on, doors unlocking. At 0, the screen cuts hard to black. One last image breaks through, a chess piece falling over, replaced by another. Text appears, clean and simple. The game has changed. The voice delivers the final line. Low and dangerous, play dirty. Or don't play at all. The music stops instantly. Silence. Then a short, sharp sound like a match striking. A flame lights the darkness for a split second, then vanishes. The screen stays black longer than expected, forcing the audience to wait. Just before it ends, one final text fades and slowly, only on Prime Video. Cut to black for